I'd like to welcome you to this Mayor's Awards for Excellence. This is its 3rd annual. And as an international service organization, Rotary has a very special motto, service above self, which somehow is quite meaningful given the level of service that we are celebrating tonight in our community members. Before we move into hearing about the state of the community and the awards, I'd like to give a special thanks to Golden High School's classical jazz group, the Quintessentials, who entertained us during the cocktail hour. If you could applaud them. What a great group it is. And of course, none of this would be possible without our sponsors, our lead sponsors being the City of Golden and the Rotary Club of Golden. We have supporting sponsors that absolutely are the quilt of Golden, and they are the Colorado Community Media Golden Transcript, Golden Chamber of Commerce, Golden Civic Foundation, Golden.com, Golden Cultural Alliance, the Golden Kiwanis Club, the Golden Lions Club, where are you, Ed Dorsey? Thank you. The Golden Schools Foundation, and of course, the Together Church of Golden. Now, on with the show. The first part of our evening is to hear from Mayor Marjorie Sloan, Golden's own, share with us her observations about the state of our community. Mayor Sloan?
Thank you, Peggy, for that nice introduction and for all the work you put into making this event a success. You've been phenomenal. Also, thanks to the many members of Golden Rotary. You know, so many of them have spent so much time on not just this event, but so many things that happen in Golden. And so we appreciate Rotary. And of course, all the other sponsors mentioned by Peggy, all of them are such important contributors to our community life. And I don't see Jamie here, but the Fossil Trace 3 Tomatoes staff has been phenomenal. So we appreciate that. This is a great venue for a place like this. And we've mentioned the City of Golden as a sponsor, but without Denise Hish, an individual at the City of Golden, this wouldn't have happened. She's done some wonderful work on this, and I really appreciate it. And thank all of you for attending this evening. It's so good to see everyone and get a chance to talk with you about our community. I would like to put your minds at rest. The program gave me a half hour. This won't take a half hour. Less than half of that, in fact. And I know it's traditional to tell a joke at the beginning of a talk like this, but I just read a newspaper article about the mayor of Topeka. And in his State of the City address, his jokes offended so many people that he was almost, you read about it yourself, they're disgusting, that he was almost run out of town. And I don't want that to happen to me. I like it here too much. My husband, Dendy, over there, and I have had the privilege of living in Golden a long time now, but I still get excited when heading home. I first bought our town nestled between its distinctive mesas and its mountain backdrop. There is no place like home when your home is Golden. When I introduce myself to someone who lives outside of our community, more often than not, I'm greeted with a comment about what a special place Golden is. Now, I know that. We all know that. But their remarks remind me that Golden's reputation extends far beyond our city limits and far beyond what our small size might warrant. There's a lot of affection for Golden in the metro area and farther afield. Last week, Golden was ranked 2nd in the nation among small towns. by livability.com, a website that highlights America's best places to live and visit. And last night, Dindy and I were having dinner with friends from Nebraska, and they told us that the #1 town, Papillion, Nebraska, can't hold a candle to Golden. So we were robbed. But our #2 ranking did correctly cite our access to recreation, our wonderful lifestyle, our small town friendliness, thriving arts and culture scene, and wide array of restaurants, plus our great research institutions in Golden. Of special note is our very photogenic Welcome Arch has become a media star in its own right. It's been pictured on websites and magazines and featured on national television. We've even heard the president's feelings about Golden during his campaign visit to Lions Park. Before the mountain backdrop that we often take for granted, he made a nonpartisan and incontestable comment. He said, "This is just too pretty." And as remarkable as our surroundings are, Golden is not just another pretty face. What makes Golden truly special are the people who live here. It's a privilege to be mayor of a town that puts such a high value on the importance of community and emphasizes our role and responsibilities as neighbors and citizens. Later this evening, we will honor several of those who have taken the commitment to community to really notable levels. But the values and dedication they have displayed, that's more the rule than the exception in Golden. Golden's residents work together for the good of our town like few others. But as much as we love Golden and value the haven we've created here, we realize Golden is not a floating island. We're connected to the world that surrounds us. We're residents of Jefferson County. Most of us visit, work, and play in other parts of the county on a regular basis. We're residents of the Jefferson County School District. We depend on the quality educational options it provides for the children of Golden and for our economy. We're residents of the Front Range as well. And we share our neighborhood's excitement when, for example, Denver is highlighted as the site of the first presidential debate. And of course, we're all Coloradans, and we wear that label with pride. But the same threats that challenge our neighbors, from wildfires to economic crises, to a shooting tragedy, to the disappearance of a little girl, also affect us. We have a responsibility to extend our dedication and participate on a broader arena. When we collaborate with our neighbors, good things happen. When we isolate ourselves or burn bridges, we miss important opportunities. A good example of this truism can be found on the issue of transportation, which has been on our minds a lot lately. For instance, by ourselves, Golden could never have built a light rail line that ties us to Denver. The rail line was made possible by the approval in 2004 of a regional sales tax for fast tracks. We ultimately benefited from the choices made and the taxes paid by voters who don't live in Golden. And now, just a few months short of the opening of our light rail station, we shouldn't turn our backs on our neighbors who are still waiting for the full build-out of a complete light rail system. And in connection with automotive traffic, Golden stands at a crossroads, literally and figuratively. We are, of course, at the intersection of US 6, State Highway 93, and State Highway 58. These roads connect us to the metro area and beyond, but they also have the potential to funnel congestion and related problems into our town. For decades, Golden has stood up to those who want to push a major superhighway through town. And frankly, we've been pretty successful in the courts, in the legislature, and in agencies. We've won key battles. And as our residents made clear, At our town's recent transportation meeting and online forum, Golden remains opposed to a poorly designed, multi-lane highway that would cut through our community. Yet, our residents also agree that we can't just be against something. We have to stress the principles and values that we support. I've been reaching out to other city mayors and over lunch and breakfast, making priorities, our priorities, Golden's priorities, clear. And yet spreading the word that we support thoughtful regional transportation planning and are willing to do our part in reaching common ground. Golden City Councilors have been carrying the same message to their counterparts throughout the state. Golden engineers have been working with engineers from the state and other towns to see what good transportation improvements would look like in Golden and how they would serve the residents of Golden and the metro area. More constructive conversations took place last month when Colorado Department of Transportation officials came to City Council. They acknowledged Golden's special location and needs. They also described the predicament that faces the state when it comes to paying for badly needed transportation improvements. Even within Golden, our transportation needs far outstrip our available revenue. The funding challenge is real, and it impacts all of us. Another regional issue will face Golden voters at the ballot box this fall. The Jefferson County school system is asking for approval of 3A, a tax increase, and 3B, a bond issue. Jeffco schools have a tradition of excellence. Our students continue to outperform the state average in all grade levels and content areas on standardized tests. The additional revenue raised by the passage of 3A and 3B will be used to maintain class size, protect elementary music programs, and tonight we heard the result of the beginning of the music programs with our great Golden High School combo, and protect library staffing, cover utility costs, and keep students safe, warm, and dry in their school buildings. Good schools result in good property values, and they attract good businesses. Unlike Lake Wobegon, Golden is not the town that time forgot. But like Lake Wobegon, we can think of all our students as above average. And as Lake Wobegon's first citizen, Garrison Keeler has said, "Nothing you do for children is ever wasted." Golden City Council has taken a position in support of the school ballot issues. A third area I think important to Golden relates to gun violence. We can still feel the reverberations from the Aurora shooting. It was horrifying. Tomorrow evening at City Council, we're going to discuss a resolution that asks our state and federal legislators to take steps to strengthen the gun sales background check system and to begin a broad-based conversation on common sense, constitutional solutions to gun violence, keeping firearms out of the hands of dangerous people. Stephen Barton, a victim of the Aurora incident, will be there to urge council to pass the resolution. He isn't a Golden resident. In fact, he lives in a Connecticut town almost exactly the size of Golden. He had the bad luck of stopping to see a Batman movie during a post-graduation cross-country bike trip, and he was shot in the face and neck. His experience brings home the fact that gun violence is not confined to any one city's boundaries. Curbing this violence is a thorny issue and a difficult issue, but I am certain that American leaders are smart enough and creative enough to come up with a plan that respects the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens, yet helps protect us from shooting tragedies that have become so common. City Council will consider tomorrow night asking our leaders to get to work on this issue and get something done. doing our utmost to safeguard the health and safety of Golden residents is the most important responsibility of City Council. And Golden has a terrific City Council. Mayor Pro Tem Joe Boehm, councilors Saoirse Karras-Graves, Saoirse? Graves? Yeah. Marcia Claxton, I know is here too. Bill Fisher, back there. Marcy Miller, in the corner. And Bob Vermeulen. They have worked together to write another chapter in Golden's success story. They represent their districts and wards so well, and they have pitched in to make the city as a whole a better place to live. The efforts of City Manager Mike Bester, in the back, with Lily. Lily, stand up and wave. Yeah. Okay. His management team and the entire city staff have made Golden's municipal services second to none and put our town in a strong financial position, which is truly unusual in today's economy. Every year in January, Mike gives a more detailed state of the city address, and it's well worth going to. For one thing, he's the one that tells the jokes, and they're good jokes. And for another, he'll give us the inside story on the accomplishments of each department. But from anyone's perspective, it's an understatement to say that Golden has had an amazing year. Just a quick look back shows visits from a sitting president, international cyclist, a veteran news commentator, Tom Brokaw, Buffalo Bill lookalikes, a girl running barefoot across the country, lots of relatives, and several bears. And I can speak from personal experience on the bears. Unlike the relatives, they don't clean up after themselves. And anyone who's ever had a bear in your yard knows what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, ask somebody else. You'll get an answer. We've won awards. We've added a new flag, a bronze statue, but it's an original, really super bronze statue. A beautiful senior housing complex at Lewis Court. More ways to communicate with the city. And we've striped wider, safer bike lanes on Ford Street. We've subtracted a vehicle lane on Ford Street. In furtherance of our complete streets policy, where everyone gets an opportunity to have a safe experience on our roads, whether they're in wheelchairs, on bikes, walking, or driving. We all use the street. And another thing we've subtracted is we've restricted ways for our young people to get access to tobacco products, and we're really proud of that. The Golden History Museums have reached an entirely new level. And Nathan, the head of the Golden History Museums, is back here. We're really proud of the museums. Our cultural organizations have had phenomenal exhibits. To mention just one, the Chihuly exhibit at Foothills Art Center drew folks from thousands of folks from across the nation. And I saw Riley here. Okay, we can thank Riley Sanborn for that. The exhibit was amazing. As in every year, we have lost and will continue to mourn cherished Golden residents. But we've also welcomed babies and other new residents to our community. Next year, with the coming of light rail and the continuing implementation of the Golden Vision Plan, we're going to have another phenomenal year. We'll have some challenges to address, and we'll have some disagreements along the way, maybe about Ford Street. And, and that's temporary for now. We're seeing how it works. It's been paint, which is not a big investment, but we're hoping it will function for everyone. And I know, as in Ford Street, that we're currently getting a lot of emails about, we'll work through these disagreements together. I have every confidence in our Golden community that we will do that. Thank you so much for gathering here this evening. And now let's turn to the highlight of tonight, honoring the recipients of the Mayor's Awards for Excellence.
Thank you, Marjorie. And as the mayor said, let's get on to the reason why we're really here, which is to celebrate some amazing people here in Golden. I'd like to share with you the process that the awards committee went through. First of all, they gathered these amazing recommendations and applications, and then they sifted them through. And the question is, how do you say no to any one of them? It is not easy. But they looked at what individuals take initiative, how did they exercise leadership, did they solve community problems, did they address a community value, or did they create a community value, and are they serving as a role model? And without a doubt, the award winners this evening, in fact, have done all of that. So please join me to say thank you to these award committee members who did all of this hard work for us. To unveil the winners and their amazing accomplishments, we're going to get to meet some of these award committee members. First, let's start with Heather Snyder. Would you come forward, please?
Good evening. I'm Heather Schneider, and the first one we'll be presenting is, I'm going to be really bad at this last name, I'm sorry, Carrie Savage. For more than 10 years, Carrie has been an ally in education at Mitchell Elementary School. She has been, and if Carrie wants to come on up, that would be great. Where's Carrie? There.
Yes.
She has been dependable, encouraging, and a capable volunteer in classrooms, supporting individual students in small groups. She has implemented the game-changing environmental learning for the future, the ELF program at Mitchell, advocating for funding, acquiring materials, setting up training for the parent community, and engaging staff and the community. In part because of ELF efforts of Carrie and her team of parents, Mitchell Elementary students have shown significant gains in science enthusiasm and assessment scores. The award is given to Carrie Savage for her outstanding contributions to the education of children in Golden schools, implementing the game-changing ELF program at Mitchell Elementary, which promotes understanding and appreciation of the natural world, and working as an enthusiastic, supportive classroom volunteer.
And before you leave, we have something very, very special. Congressman Perlmutter's aide, Jerry Pfeiffer, is with us with something very, very special.
I get to do a lot of fun things, and one of the most wonderful things I get to do is I get to know some of the neighbors and some of the accomplishments. I'm just in awe of all of these award winners tonight. But the congressman has compiled a congressional record for you. In it, it states, it starts off with, Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize and applaud Carrie, and I'll let you pronounce your last name. Because I get a lot of Pfeiffer, whatever, so I know. But in any event, your accomplishments are now recorded in the second session of the 112th Congress of the United States of America forever. Wow. So,
our next award committee member is Matt Birdie. Would you like to come forward? And what about Dan? Would you like to start moseying up this way? Good for you.
Thank you. My name is Matt Birdie, and we're here to recognize Dan for his amazing accomplishments. Dan Dwyer has made a significant impact on the fitness of Golden residents and their enthusiasm for active events. He has been a member of the Bikeability Task Force and organizer of the Foothills Running and Cycling Club. Sorry, I lost and a participant and officer in Leadership Golden. He worked tirelessly on the local organizing committee for the USA Pro Cycling Challenge, helping with Golden's applications, working hard on the 2011 race, and serving as co-chair of the LOC this year. Dan still finds time to do his regular 100-mile bike rides around Golden and work part-time at Peak Cyclery. This award is being given to Dan Dwyer for his exceptional achievements in improving the health, fitness, and community spirit of Golden residents, working to make the Golden stage of the USA Pro Cycling Challenge a success, twice so far, organizing the Foothills Running and Biking Club, participating in the Bikeability Task Force, serving on the Board of Leadership Golden, and setting a fitness example.
Dick Mund is next, talking about Tracy. Come on up.
Thank you, Peggy. Tracy Ivanko is a long-term contributor to our community. She's been a classroom volunteer, Shelton Elementary Parent Teacher Student Association president, and Golden High School newsletter editor. Recently, Tracy was a driving force behind the purchase of the Bachman property as open space in South Golden, working to connect neighbors with the initiative and encouraging city government to go forward with the purchase. Tracy was also one of the founding members of the Golden Resource for Education, Arts, and Theater, known as GREAT, the organization that started Golden's Movies and Music in the Park. She not only served on the board, but she was frequently spotted after the movie was over, picking up trash and setting the park back to order. This award is given to Tracy Ivanko. Her quiet but unflagging efforts toward implementing Golden Vision, joining with others to found Golden Resource for Education, Arts, and Theater, which instituted popular nights of movies and music in the park, successfully leading the way to the city's December 2010 significant purchase of the 14-acre Bachman Park parcel at West 4th Avenue and Heritage Road for open space in Golden, and generally connecting her with South Golden neighbors with each other. Thank you.
Our next wonderful award committee member is Dennis Newmayer. Would you come forward and tell us a little bit about, someone by the name of Marv Kay?
Howdy, folks. I know of Marv and have met him a couple times, and I have to tell you, I'm truly humbled to be up here with Marv. Marv is Golden Goodwill Ambassador. A native Goldenite, he has made his mark in uncountable ways. At the Colorado School of Mines, Marv has been a student, a professor, a football coach, and athletic director. He is now professor emeritus and part-time go-to person for School of Mines and School of Mines Foundation. He was inducted into the School of Mines Hall of Fame in 2008. Colorado School of Mines recently announced his its intention to build a 5,000-seat football stadium on its campus. I almost missed a word there. And of course, they're going to name it Marv K. Stadium. In our community, Marv has distinguished himself as mayor, as a leader in the city council, Chamber of Commerce, the Golden Good Government League, Leadership Golden, the Golden Civic Foundation, and the Capital Asset Advisory Committee for Jefferson County Public Schools. He has also served as mentor for many of Golden's current leaders. In conclusion, this award is being given to Marvin Gaye. Marvin. I even have my glasses on. And he's going to perform, he's going to do some singing. Listen. Oh my goodness. This award is being given to Marvin Kaye for his long-term encouragement of all that is good in Golden. Representing our town as mayor and mayor emeritus, and serving as chair of Golden's Blue Ribbon Panel, honorary co-chair of 2012 Jeffco School Mill and Bond Campaign, member of the Golden Good Government League, mentor of numerous civic leaders, and valued Colorado School of Mines leader and guide. Congratulations.
And as you know, we in Golden love to recycle. So we're going to start again with Matt Birdie. Would you come on back and tell us a little bit about Julie Kerwin? And Julie, would you join us?
Julie's another contributor to our great schools in Golden. Julie is an essential part of the Shelton Elementary community. She shared her love of running by founding the school's running club and originating the Shelton Elementary Coyote 5K Classic. She has used the 5K event to bring parents, teachers, students, and neighbors together in a common cause, raise funds for the school, and promote enthusiasm for fitness, good nutrition, and sustainable living. After training for the Coyote Classic, Shelton students have gone on to participate in other community events. Julie also helps out in Shelton's front office, classrooms, science fair, readathon, Discovery Science Laboratory, and Health Committee. This award is being given to Julie Kerwin for establishing a healthy method of fundraising at the Shelton Elementary, substituting a 5K race for the sale of unhealthy corporate products such as candy and cookie dough. Starting a running club to prepare children for participation in the race, 60 children registered this fall, and creating a successful and sustainable community event. Thank you, Julie.
So Heather, why don't you come on back and let's talk about Greg Polis.
So Greg Polis, he founded and serves as chairman of the board of the Golden Schools Foundation. Just last weekend, the Golden Schools Foundation held a very successful Golden Gallop, a 5-mile race that raised funds for the schools in the Golden Articulation area, inspired many residents to set fitness goals and build community. It was a great event. It was attended by over 500 people. a future landmark event for Golden. Greg's vision is to make our local schools so high-performing and accountable that they would be the first choice of Golden parents and children. After surveying Golden residents, the foundation set 6 strategic goals: improving technology at Bell Middle School, understanding, communicating, and providing support for an elevated level of academic rigor at Bell Middle School, creating STEM programs within the articulation area, creating a Teachers Award and Recognition program, providing leadership forums for teachers and principals, and providing more educators at each school. Thanks in large part to Greg's efforts, the foundation is well on its way to achieving these goals. This award is given to Greg Polis for founding, guiding, and chairing the Golden Schools Foundation, an innovative organization dedicated to the vision of excellence, high performance, and accountability in the Golden articulation area, polling residents on their expectations and reviews of Golden schools, formulating strategic goals with the aim of having 95% of Golden students choose enrollment in their neighborhood schools. Congratulations, Greg.
So Dennis, you had such a great round last time. Come on back and tell us about Ted Raines.
And I promised him I wouldn't call him Claude Raines. Ted is, well, let's do the glasses before I get halfway through. Ted has been steady, unassuming captain of the Golden Optimist Bicycle Recycling Program for over 30 years. It all started in 1980 when Ted had the idea to give his old rally bike away when he moved up to a Colorado-made Columbine bike. He then approached the Golden Optimist Club with his plan for a broader bike recycling effort. During the first years of the program, Ted stored the cycles in his own yard, so his wife Mary also deserves an award for her patience and diligence. The program has since grown and thrived. Since its inception, between 6,000 and 9,000 free bicycles have been obtained, repaired, stored, and distributed to residents of Golden and Denver, the students of Colorado Schools of Mines, Native Americans, citizens of Mexico, Haiti, and Tanzania. And much to Mary's relief, it now has its own storage area and repair site. The program has been given assistance by donations from Asphalt Paving Company and the Golden Civic Foundation. So this award is being given to Ted Raines for his 33 years of spearheading the Golden Optimist Bicycle Recycling Program, repairing and distributing between 6,000 and 9,000 bicycles to residents of Golden, metro area, students, and citizens throughout the world. Congratulations.
And now we come, another round of applause. This is amazing. Congratulations. And now we come to the category of Business of the Year. Dick, will you step forward? And why don't you unveil the wonderful group of PharmaJet?
Thank you. Would you guys please come up, all three of you? As they come up, I'd like to mention again Marjorie's comments about the importance of education and what our parents and teachers here and Greg Poulos have done for the students here. But also, Peggy, I think it's important that you know that we end this presentation with another Rotary Club president, me, who was president of Evergreen Rotary Club. More importantly,
Yay. Thank you.
more importantly, Pharmajet, all right, where is it? It's somewhere in here. Was an organization that I was permitted to join the board of for a meeting several years ago, and I was extraordinarily impressed with what they were doing. Kathleen Callender and Heather Callender Potters of Golden-based Pharmajet are transforming the way vaccines and liquid medications are delivered on a global scale with their unique and practical needle-free syringe. In developed countries, the Pharmajet product is a boon to children and adult needle phobics. But in the developing world, the device can save lives and money. Founder Kathy Callender saw the need for safer, more affordable vaccine delivery firsthand while she and her husband were performing medical missionary work. She launched Pharmajet and gathered a team to develop the technology. Heather Callender Potters, co-chair of the board of directors and Kathy's daughter, shares her mother's vision. She has overseen financing for the company and built a management team designed to lead Pharmajet to the future. Pharmajet has been nationally recognized for its work over the world. Its role in improving global health provides honor to the Golden community. It also creates good jobs and serves as a role model for other entrepreneurial enterprises. These awards, given to Kathleen Callender, founder, and Heather Callender Potters, co-chair of the board of directors and Kathy's daughter of Pharmajet, named Business of the Year for its remarkable contribution to global health, transforming the way vaccines and liquid medications are delivered by developing and marketing a unique, efficient, affordable, and life-saving needle fringe syringe. This is really remarkable. I've seen it demonstrated, and it is true. Congratulations.
Before you two leave, could the rest of the award winners please come up and join our mayor and Jerry for a class photo of this year's amazing, amazing winners for the Awards of Excellence. Thank you to all. You're magnificent. Thank you. Congratulations.